In this video, we're going to get the role ID dynamically with Flow for a specific user, and we're going to change ownership on a case record to a user in a specific role. So this is very similar to getting the record type ID, because hard coding IDs is frowned upon these days. So we want to get the IDs dynamically because they can break between sandbox and production environments. The flows can throw some errors there. All right, so you're going to configure your trigger, and then you're going to get the role first. So the role object, you're going to filter it by the developer name, and you're going to get the API of the developer name of the role that you're looking for. So here we're using the solutions expert role. We're going to get just the one record and just the ID, because I don't need all the fields. All right, so we've got that variable, and then we actually need to get the user with that role ID. So we're doing back-to-back gets here. So which is not a typical scenario in many flows, but we want the user in a specific role. So then we're going to get the user. We're going to filter it by user role ID. This is all the way at the bottom, and we want that to equal the ID we just got in the get records of the role. Again, we're just going to get the first one, and we're just going to store that ID. I don't need all the user fields. And then once we've got that, we can update our record. Now, if you have more than one user in a role, you'd have to do a loop or filter by a specific field in order to get the ID that you want. So in this example, we only have one user in the role. So we're going to get the role, we're going to get the user in that role, and then we're going to update the record with the ID from the previous get, and we're going to make that the owner ID. So we'll activate this here, and then we'll go back to our record, and I've got a few different fields triggering this record, or triggering the flow. All right, so we're going to escalate this here. It's high priority, and it is a complaint that's going to trigger the transfer of the ownership. And there you can see the case owner changed from me to Max Power, our solutions expert. So it's pretty simple once you know how to do it. It's just a matter of getting a couple of IDs for setup objects. Now, of course, on cases and leads, we have the assignment rules, which is how you might typically do this, but on all other objects, you'd have to use a different solution like this to dynamically get that role ID and change the ownership. So that's how you do it.